group meeting quiz that I did on my own. Um, I didn't really have any too less than 12, and so that was good. A couple main things that I learned was how the difference between paired sampling and when the two groups depend on each other, and independent sampling, which is when there is no connection between the two groups, and knowing group one tells you nothing about who will be in the second group. So for example, if the example from the quiz was that it was trying to find out husband and wife if they had the same mean income or a different mean income. And in the book, or in what we learned, there was an example that was an independent one because it was just testing between men and women, but in our quiz it was between husbands and wives. And so I almost got thrown off by that, but then I realized that the comparison would depend on each other, and they had to pull the wives and the husbands, and so they had to pull specific people for group 2. I also understand better how I understand, like, if the p-value is higher than the null, we fail to reject it, which means there is not sufficient evidence of a difference. So putting it into words and having to put it into a sentence helped me to wrap my mind around it, because at first I just did the little phrase, if p is low, reject the null, but now I know what it means if we fail to reject the null if the p-value is higher. So that was good to get a better understanding of.